it's Julie from Femme Mecanique Designs. I think I'm gonna try to do a little bit more videos, and instead of editing a lot, I thought let's edit when I do longer videos, like when I go to shows, and maybe I can do some little vlog types of video when I'm in the studio working, so you can see what I'm working on and what my struggles are. Like, for example, right now I'm working on a ring for a customer, and I need to go tomorrow on vacation doing a lot of rock hounding, and I need to finish it like within a few hours, but it's pretty advanced. Like, I mean, it's almost finished. I just need a couple hours to work on it. I've cut this beautiful apple green jade from the Jeffrey mine. So I figured that for this type of ring, I will be using only sterling silver, because usually what I do is I use fine silver for my bezel because it's so much easier. So on this pendant here, everything is sterling silver. There's a little bit of gold, and on the outside it's fine silver because you can push it to your liking, like you can shape it around it. And for a pendant, it's not gonna kink. Like, it's not gonna hit on anything, so it's perfect. For most rings, I still do that. But for a chunkier ring, I thought I would try sterling silver bezels. I had a hard time at first. This is my second attempt, and I've learned from the first one. I had to remove like a bevel, like a good 45-degree on the surface, on the edges, to make sure, I'm gonna show you, just to make sure that I can push it, because it was way harder to push the metal over the stone. So I'm gonna flip the camera around. Okay, don't mind my bad ugly fingers. So you see here, this is the bezel, and I had to remove quite a bit here. I'm gonna keep going just to make sure it's thin enough that I can put pressure on it and it will move, because the other one would not move at all. It was so thick, even though I probably used a 22 gauge, or like not that thick, you know, maybe it was a 20 gauge. Usually I do 24 to 20. So what I do if I want to set stones and work on rings, I use this GRS. I don't know the name. I'm gonna write it in the video. So I use this. It's super practical, and you can change the top part for something that has a clasp, like a vise. So now in here, I need to find the proper inner diameter to put my ring on. Sometimes I also file here if I'm in a in-between size, and I have 2 or 3 sets of everything, so I can do different sizes. Maybe this one will work. Let's see. No, it's way too big. Oh, yeah, this one works. Okay. And here at the bottom, there's different things you can turn, have it like not move at all, or you just unscrew it a bit and you can move a little. My 2 main files, one that is super coarse and a finer one. This is a 4. This one I really like also. And this is a 2. I go back and forth between these 2, and I have delicate ones as well. And over the years I bought so many different ones like this. So now I'm gonna keep filing the 45-degree. But you know, because I have this part sticking out, it makes it hard to go low. I take this, a little sandpaper roll, and I go like this. So when my finger holds here and I turn, and also, since I'm doing this, I'm just gonna clean up the whole front part of the ring. You also want to make sure that everything is pretty much going evenly around the stone. What I mean is, like, if your stone is lower, like that's what I like to do. I think it's aesthetically pleasing. The top parts, bottom and top parts of the stone is a bit lower. So I do the same with my bezel, of course. And so I file lower here, and you have to make sure that everything is straight, because when you're gonna push, it's gonna do like squiggle, you know. So I look it from the side, and it needs to be perfectly rounded up. What I also like to do is make this part as straight as possible, because some parts are going to be really thin and it's not going to be nice. So I take one of these with sandpaper, different grits, and you can just go over it like this. Don't want to do too much, just to make it clean. And there's another tool I also like to use is this. It's from Dedeco. It's a ceramic. Sorry, it's the morning and my brain is not totally woken up. A caress on it, on the sides. There is also some little gunk because of the soldering on the side that I didn't see earlier. So what I do is I use this tool. You see here you have sandpaper. You can buy it in soft, medium, hard, something like this. So for this one, I'm gonna flip the sandpaper on the other side. Make it stable. Okay, so that's it. I just missed this little part. I think the rest is pretty good. So to clean this, it's much easier because it's big. But if it's small, what I do is I use a piece of sticky tack. And sometimes I push it in to remove dust. And this one I didn't cut anything at the back to make it really sturdy, but you could cut a hole, you could make a little cute sculpture, not sculpture, but a kind of a drawing cut out inside the back. I'm working on this. It's the same stone basically. I just need to recut the stone because the silver bezel that is fine silver, sometimes it shrinks. So since I'm a lapidary, I can cut the stone just a little bit on the outside, no problem. It's just a bit more work for me. So this one, I did a little cutout at the bottom. Like improvise. I just thought, let's try to do different holes and cut a tree. And I thought, oh, it's tilted on the side, so let's add a little moon. Usually I do something pretty basic. I thought, oh, let's do something a bit more cutesy and advanced. Just not just a hole, a big hole. Oh, and also I used to have this, I forgot the name, but it's compressed air. And instead of doing that, I just used the straw and I close my eyes and blow on it. The back is not polished. I just sand it off straight on sanding paper. Okay. It wiggles a bit, but I think it's going to be secure. The thing is that with fine silver, what I usually do is I try to make the bezel a bit bigger, and because when I solder, it shrinks. But this one, since I made it just a bit bigger and it didn't shrink at all, there's a little bit of loose, like room around it. But the other one that I did in sterling silver as a test, okay, I'll go and I'll show you what it looks like. I enjoy drinking moringa tea. So that's the one I've done as a demo, but I'm gonna sell it. So hopefully I can hit this and it's gonna stay in place. Now I only have this and this one that goes on my foredom. Just crazy how it is so much harder to do than fine silver. Wow. You need to do, I don't know if you call it the quadrants, like north, south, east, west, and then you do the other opposite. It always has to be opposite because it needs to be centered. Now it's more secure. Also, the thing I noticed that is different than fine silver is that sterling silver has a spring kind of to it. So when you hit one side and then you hit the other side, it's gonna keep moving and opening and closing, you know, not closing, but it always wants to open again. And fine silver cooperates. Fine silver, you push, it's gonna stay this way. Try to make everything not center but equal everywhere. You need to pay attention to the shape. You know, here starting to be a problem, so I need to be careful here. So because of the gap, I try to push more from the side to bring it in, and then I close the gap from the top. Seems like it's working. I think it's still moving a bit. I always hold it on my hand, my palm, and then I push here. If you are worried to hit the stone, put a piece of masking tape. I'm gonna show you something more close up. I shake it and I hear it, you see? You hear me? There's a little, it's not perfectly, well, it's never gonna come off, but there's a sound. So I'm gonna try to push it a bit more again. Okay, now I'm gonna start cleaning this up, but I think I'm gonna protect the stone first. Okay, this is just to make sure that it won't touch the stone at all. So I'm gonna use different paper, sandpaper grits. Okay, I'm gonna clean up the rest and polish. Gonna use this one for the back plate. So now let's go to the basement for the polishing steps. So now I'm in the station in the basement, the bench where usually I do all the inside ring polishing because I want to keep my upstairs bench a bit cleaner, free of grease. And it's where also my boyfriend slash employee does some work to help. So he helps polishing a few things. But for everything that has stones, I usually don't let anybody touch it. So usually I wear a mask too, so wear a mask. But since I want to talk to you, I'm not gonna wear a mask. Be careful when you do this not to have your glove catch in the foredom. You may hurt yourself. I'm gonna use this guy, which was like this. It's just a cotton. It's called white soft polishing. And my favorite brand of compound is Luxie. This one is plant-based. And why is it good even though you are not plant-based? It's because it cleans up really well. So yeah, the Luxie has really good polishing grits, different colored blocks, I would say. And we use the green that is for a slower speed for the inside of the rings. And I use a pink one for the outside. Usually I do only one type of polish on the outside. I don't need to do many of them. It polishes so well. The thing is that before I tried something to make it shiny, like mirror finish on the surface of the ring, but you would just touch it and it would scratch, but it doesn't do anything good. What I do is that I put it in a vibratory tumbler to make it more sturdy and shiny. Let's polish the inside first. Since I used a different grit that what I'm going to be using right now, I'm just gonna clean it. Let's go to the polishing unit. That's all we have left of the pink. Not sure you can see, there's still a fire scale at the back. Usually I leave it there for maybe a minute or two, and then I press on a little bit. Some stones will not take at all the ultrasonic waves. It might damage them, but Nephrite Jade and Jade usually are fine. And just do it a bit. Gonna leave it for a couple minutes and come back. Okay, it's been a few minutes. Okay, it should be fine now. Yep. So now I have to put my hallmarks. Okay, so FMD, Femme Mecanique Designs. And there you have the 925 hiding there. Where I see some little imperfections, it's on the edge. So I'm gonna clean it with this. Okay, sometimes I see these imperfections when I'm finished polishing, and I just go back in the basement, repolish a bit, and come back. So that's what I'm gonna do. Okay, so this is the result. It's a 7.5, and it's not a super big dome and not super low. It's in the middle, and it's from the Jeffrey mine. It's rare, like usually the color is a bit darker. I'm gonna show you like other ones that I've cut. This is a more common color. Or even this. If there's anything you want to learn, I can make more videos, of course. I'm gonna try to make some every week. Some are gonna be rock hounding, some are gonna be jewelry making. If you want to learn anything, let me know in the comment sections. If you have tips also on how to set stones, I want to know, and everybody wants to know too. Take care. See you on probably a rock hounding trip soon, or live. Yeah, never know. Bye. You like lapidary art, jewelry making, and rock hounding trips? Subscribe and like this video and share it.